expect me to stay like I'm your only escape.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Erica Vane back again with another Sistas breakdown, and in this video I am breaking down episode 5, Being a Boy. Child. This episode we coming up out of this dang on impromptu wedding, but we still here, so let's talk about it. As we typically do, the episode picks up right where it left off, and Andi doesn't want to do this. After having this whole moment with Karen and making it seem like this was something that she really wanted to do, Sis decides, you know what, this ain't it. And y'all, this is probably the smartest thing I've seen Andi do in the whole entire 3 seasons that we have been consuming this show. I'm so glad, I guess a light bulb went off and she was just like, yeah, this ain't it. Even though I told him I want a surprise wedding on our first date and he remembered, and oh my God, he's trying, blah, blah, blah. Yes, girl, this is not it. And the remaining sisters, because y'all know Karen got up out of there. Karen was like, I'm not with the foolishness. If you're going to do this, you're going to do this by yourself. Peace out. The remaining sisters, Sabrina, Danni, and Fatima are like, okay, cool. You don't want to do this? Then we ain't going to do this. They spend a little bit of time trying to convince her to talk to him with them in the room, but ultimately she decides to talk to him alone. And I know that they were doing that, y'all, because they were like, yo, if he gets her alone, he gonna manipulate her, and they're just going through with it, and she needs us as support. Thank God that they actually was keeping this energy, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was kind of annoyed seeing how on board these 3 were. And Fatima, she wasn't necessarily as on board as Sabrina and Danni was giving, because Sabrina and Danni was definitely giving like just coming for Karen like Karen was absolutely wrong. And it's like, no, y'all know dang on well that this girl should not be doing this. You know that dang on well that this is a mistake. And Sabrina makes a comment later on in the episode to Karen that she can't live Andi's life for her, and it's not even about not living your life for you, but it's at what point as a friend do I decide to support you through your bullshit or support you as you continue to ruin or cost you your life. Because while it might seem overly dramatic, y'all, I'ma keep it real. Gary is still dangerous. Gary is still definitely giving toxic masculinity. He's giving toxic boyfriend. He's giving problematic to the point of, if I can't have you, nobody can. And to me, that's life threatening. So it's one thing to support your friend through her bad decisions. Like, sis, you want to get bangs and you ain't got no forehead to be like, it's just going to be nothing but you and eyes and whatever. You can support your friends and whatever they want to do and just be able to stand there and support them. But you don't support your friend walking off of a cliff. You don't support your friend going 150 miles an hour towards a wall. That is not support. That is stupidity to me. But y'all, let me stick to my points, because I could rant about this all day and night. And honestly, Sistas right now is, I think why I'm enjoying it and also getting so passionate and frustrated is because it is triggering me right now. Like, watching these sisters go through this particular situation is taking me back to 2 friendships in particular that I had to walk away from, just because I felt like by the end of it, after you have gone through so much with this person, you decide to stay with them and support them through the decision to stay with somebody else who is dangerous. Then you look back and you just see yourself having been in situations that could have cost you your life or impaired you or injured you. It's not worth it. And if that's what friendship means to people, then I ain't the friend you need to have, because I'm gonna support you and I'm gonna love you down through your mistakes, through life lessons, through things like that. But if it's something that to me is going to cost you your life, potentially cost you your life, I'm not going to just stand there and let you go through it. So clearly, y'all, I'm triggered. So let me stick to my points. I actually wrote something out so I didn't make no rant video. I know y'all was like, dang, Erica just be going in and going off. I'm looking at these sisters like they my sisters, and I'm a keep it real to them and y'all. Danni is back. Well, kind of back, thank God. Because we get this moment with her and Fatima while they're talking to Andi about saying no, where she's like, agreeing with Fatima, they have this little connection, but then she quickly reminds her, like, I'm watching you because of the whole Zac situation. It's messy and I'm not too sure about you. And I was like, okay, thank you, because I don't know what the Danni we've been seeing the last couple episodes. Like, I really struggled with watching Danni go off on Karen, because I was like, yo, Karen is literally saying what Danni would typically say. Why are you just going along with it when you know that this is dead wrong? You know that this is bold. And honestly, with her making that little note to Fatima, like, yo, I'm still watching you, sis. You might be cool or whatever, but I'm still watching you. That let me know that they didn't fall down and completely bump their heads, and that, one, she is getting back to being herself, but then 2, even though she doesn't agree with Karen, even though she's mad at Karen right now, she still got Karen's back. And that's what that little thing said to me. I don't know what it said to y'all. Y'all can tell me in the comment section down below. But Danni making that little comment to Fatima let me know that she still has Karen's back. And that's what I need to see from my sisters. Okay. And speaking of Karen, specifically for this situation, I really felt like, yes, this was Andy's wedding moment, blah blah blah. But the last few episodes was really giving it that these hoes have fell down and forgot that not only are they Andy's friend, but they're Karen's friend too. And they were not supporting Karen in the way that they should have as her friend. Moving along, Gary. The girls go out to get Gary so that he can come and talk to Andy, and he's like, did y'all talk her out of it? Thank God. Energy that, oh, we will support you through this. If you really want to marry him, then we hear energy. They hit Gary with that, bruh, we don't like you and probably never gonna like you energy. That you ain't good enough for her and you know it energy. We know it energy. That we respect and love our friend energy. And that's why we're here. Be clear energy. And I was totally here for it. So while they were definitely trying to support Andy in this moment, they're not letting Gary off the hook. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that none of them are like, all right, Gary, you might be cool now. Because he's not. Nothing about him is cool. And thank goodness all three of them are still on that same accord. They're showing face and trying to support Andy to her face. Okay, cool, they lie. But when I look at this man, you ain't right. If I was a dude, I would swing on you. I need them to keep that energy because that's the energy that's gonna help keep Andy alive. I'ma just keep it real with y'all. And we finally get a little bit more context on Aaron and Gary's relationship because the girls roll up on him needing answers after they gather Gary. But what I'm really just trying to understand is, where is this blind faith coming from? We get it, Aaron. You a pastor and a leader in your church community and all that jazz, bro. Cool. But where is this Gary is such a great guy energy coming from? Because you sat across from him in a circle in a couple Wednesday nights? Do you really know all that this boy has done? Like, I know Karen has told you some of this stuff, and he literally is walking around like Boo Boo the Fool. Here's the marriage license. Oh my God, yes, y'all do y'all dang on thing. No. This is part of the problem. Gary don't have no friends, and then the ones that he do have are gaslighting his trash behavior. Aaron, you are just as bad, which is why I voted your ass off the island last week, because you ain't worth caring if you think that this boy is okay. It's making me so mad even looking at Aaron because I expected more from you. Where's the Tyra Banks gift when I need it? I believed in you. Literally that. All right, y'all. Let me change the pace up because I got a little heated. As y'all can tell, Aaron is on my list now too. Okay, he is on my list now too. But Andy and Gary do look amazing in their little wedding wear, but it's still dumb. You can look fine AF while being dumb AF. That is a thing. The fact that Gary took the no so well really shocked the you know what out of me. I ain't gonna lie. The first half of the episode, we got a supporting, caring, loving, understanding, patient Gary. Like, Harpo, who this man? We never met him before. Gary was definitely giving supportive boyfriend energy. I want to do what is best for you, protect you, love you energy. And it's like, sir, where was this when you actually got divorced before you started dating her 6 months ago? Where was this before you started being all jealous and weird and possessive and controlling? So this getting these moments in the beginning of the episode where Gary is like charming and happy and supportive and understanding and all of this great stuff, it adds fire. I mean, it adds fuel to the fire for me, because now you show me that you can do it. It's not even that you don't know how. It's not that you don't know how to support her. It's not that you don't know how to listen. It's not that you don't know how to be understanding and put somebody before yourself. It's that you don't want to. You want to choose violence. You want to choose jealousy. You want to choose aggression. You like, I need to go ahead and do a rap song of you really wanna. And y'all, we're gonna get to why this was a trick and a trap. But I should have known that it was a trick and a trap. Clearly, we get to leave. They didn't get married. They're going to move forward. Gary tries to take everybody out to dinner, but sir, we still don't like you. That didn't change within the last 15 minutes. Y'all gonna still be together. You're not getting married, cool, but you're still gonna be together. You're still engaged, cool, but I'm not gonna go break bread with you. We don't like you. Say it with me. Nobody likes you. Okay? Once we leave the little fake impromptu wedding scene, we get to see Zac and Karen have a conversation that they've been needing to have. But this ain't the final one, y'all. And I guess this start to have the divide because I'm still team Karen. I'm still team Karen and Zac. Yes, I totally see the chemistry and the energy that Fatima and Zac have. They have a carnal energy. They have a certain chemistry. It's cute. It is very cute. I'm not gonna take that from y'all. Like 100%, it's given. It is given a vibe. I am kind of concerned though, or just a little cautious with Zach because I think that he articulated beautifully what is attracting him to Fatima to Karen, and Karen needed to hear that. Like this is a growing moment, this is a learning moment for Karen, and we're gonna talk about Sis in this scene because I think there's some stuff coming with Sis. But everything that he said was spot on. It was true to how he felt. It was authentic. But even that is like, okay, this shows his growth. This shows his maturity, which is A1, chef's kiss. But in how he's describing it, he really is falling in love with all that this girl has done for him and not necessarily with her. So he, like, even when he goes to talk to Fatima and he's like, I love you more than I love her. And they both laugh because, like, you know that's not the case. I know she knows it's not the case. You know it's not the case. You're just saying things at this point. You're in love with how she makes you feel. And when it does get to the point where you're not necessarily on this high, right? Because he's on a high right now. He's turned his life around. He's making a little bit more money. He's definitely up there. But what happens when you are on a low? And Fatima got to turn to you and be like, yo, you sidestepping. You need to step it up. Because there are going to be moments where she needs to be able to tell you the truth. And it's not going to feel so warm and fuzzy, oh, you can do anything. Like, not that she's going to tell you that you can't do anything, but she might need to correct you if you're wrong or if you're being short-sighted or small-minded. And just because they haven't experienced that part of their relationship yet, I feel like he's falling into the trap to think that that's not going to come. And to me, I'm waiting to see how Zac can handle not just the praise and the support and all of the great positive things, which is very easy to take on and very easy to be able to help you puff your chest up. But how do you take the constructive criticism? How do you take the truth? How do you take the honesty that you might not want to hear that you need to hear? And yes, I 100% agree that the way that Karen was shaping it and saying it and phrasing it was wrong, but a lot of what she was saying was true. And I think Fatima will be delivering some of the same stuff once he hits his little lows. And I don't necessarily know if Zac is a person who can actually take that, period, regardless of how it's said to him. And honestly, y'all, that's what my kind of like qualm is about that, because I have still yet to see him or feel like he's fallen in love truly with Fatima and not just with how Fatima makes him feel. And honestly, y'all, if we're gonna keep it a buck and we really paying attention to what Zac doing and what he got going on and what might be percolating in his brain, he ain't had to lean in and tell her that he was done and to say he was done again and then lean in even further and say, this is it. Like, sir, you could have maintained your distance if you was really done. That told me all I needed to know. So until I feel like both Karen and Zac are completely out and actually done with their feelings and over and have moved past it, I'm team Karen and Zac because I think that they both have a lot to learn about themselves as well as each other, and watching that journey of growth and maturity is interesting to me. Like, yes, it's fiery to see the passion and what, you know, Fatima brings to a relationship. That I'm still more interested in the story around how they have gone from, or how they can go from, a toxic relationship, a problematic relationship, a codependent relationship, to a healthy, thriving, mature, evolving one. So that's just my take on that. As we move through the episode, we get a little moment with Maurice and a little scammer, which I didn't necessarily think we needed. I don't really care about this scammer story, even though, you know, there's some scammers who you got a story to them and reason why they're doing it. I'm not necessarily into it, so if y'all want me to talk more about it, then drop down in the comment section down below and tell me what you think, and we could talk about the whole little scammer thing. Maurice is trying to save somebody, and it's just like, sir, save yourself. Do me a favor and save yourself. That little scene is kind of like a little interlude in between Karen and Zac, and then when Zac goes for Fatima after he tells Karen, I'm gonna go for her, I'm gonna give it all my heart, da 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 da. You go ahead, do that, sir. Go ahead, enjoy for whatever little moments you gonna have. And when she gets the call from Zac that he's coming over, she gotta get it together because she get ready for bed. And it's honestly, I am not even rooting for Zac and Karen straight off of, like, for them, y'all. I'm also rooting because I don't want him to hurt her, and because he hasn't gotten over Karen fully, he could potentially really hurt Fatima, because Fatima's actually developing feelings for him, and until he actually figures it out and like can actually process his emotions and actually get closure and just make a clean break, it's always going to be that little thing there that he could again potentially hurt Fatima. So It's also, I want Zac and Karen for Fatima's sake too, because it's gonna take Zac breaking her heart for her to go super savage out here. Let's be real. I would have rather we just spent the rest of the episode with Zac and Fatima because they have their little romp session, because they have their little romp, they get hot and heavy, and Fatima's a real one. I ain't even gonna hold you. Nothing about what I'm saying in reference to wanting Zac and Karen together have anything to do with me not liking Fatima, because as a girl, like, she would be my homie for real, for real. And I love those scenes that they had together. But y'all, we of course we couldn't stay with them because we had to go back to Andi in this hot mess of a whatever she wants to call. I don't even want to call it a relationship anymore because I think that would be talking bad about relationships by giving them that title. We get to see actual real Gary come back because he was playing before. Child, I don't need it. I don't want to talk about it, but I'm going to make another video, I guess, talking about their situationship, fiance ship, whatever. I need to come up with a name that just talks about how T-brash their whole little union is. But Gary has this whole jealousy bit at the end of the episode when he's thinking about Andi sleeping with somebody else because she said she wanted to try something new on him. Sir, go to therapy, get out her face. Go talk to your mama and get out her face. Go jump off a bridge and get out of her face. This is too much. I understand staying down with your man and riding and all of that, girl, but this is too much, Andi. Sis, get out. Blink twice. We will come for you. We will come for you. And I don't really know what to make of Danni and Preston because I wanted to be like, yo, Danni, you sabotaging, like, you happy, girl, just go with the flow. But she right. He is moving a little bit too fast. And they still got to deal with this family thing. Like, before they can even start thinking about marriage and commitment and all of that kind of stuff, they got to think about if she going to have to threaten to cut his mama at Thanksgiving. Is his daddy going to try to string her up by her bootstraps and hang her? Like, there's so much that they still haven't dealt with by way of their familial relationships and their worlds intertwining that I get it. I now really do get why Danni is panicking with him talking about marriage because his family's racist. They're outwardly racist. They didn't come up to her job acting a fool, and now he wants. I get that he loves her. That's the bad part about it is that Preston hasn't given us any reason to like doubt his affection or doubt his loyalty or doubt, you know, that he's in this relationship. But it's just that his baggage is his family. His baggage is where he comes from. His baggage is their difference culturally, and there has to be so much more learning, adjusting, agreements that has to happen before their relationship can get any more serious by way of like moving towards marriage. We ain't just gonna be putting these rings on and everything is going to figure itself out because it won't just figure itself out. And child, by the end of the episode, we also go back to Karen and Aaron, who I thought he needed space. I thought he wanted time and she had to figure it out. And now he didn't pop up. I guess after talking to the girls, he realizes that he really does still want Karen, and I'm so over Aaron. But in this moment, if Karen wants it, she done had a day, okay? So if she wants it, go ahead and get it, sis. Especially after Sabrina showed up. Sabrina is on my nerves. I really don't want to talk about her because I don't have nothing but bad things to say about Sabrina right now. I feel like she is the friend that keeps mess going, and while she thinks that she's grounded and spiritual and just makes great decisions, the way that she came at Karen, I don't feel like she was coming to really check on her. I feel like she was coming to chastise her. She was not coming over there to support her and be her friend, and I would rather you just stay home. Stay home with your little mess, with you know, you sleeping with your co-workers and your boyfriend walks in, but he's not your boyfriend, but you want him to be your boyfriend. Girl, go deal with your own mess. Go look at your own backyard before you come over here getting in my business. Thank you. All right, y'all, that is my full breakdown of episode 5, Being a Boy, Sistas season 3. Let me know what you thought of the episode in the comment section down below. I will be responding to every comment, so be sure to drop a comment. Let me know what you thought. Go ahead and like this video because you made it to the end. I know you liked it, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. It's your girl Erica Vane. I'm breaking down Sistas every single week, as well as bringing you character videos of specific plot point videos, actions, and diving a little bit more into the Sistas world. So again, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you do not miss an upload. In addition to Sistas, I'm covering a ton of other amazing television as well, so it's definitely worth giving Erica Vane TV a subscribe. If you missed any of my Sistas coverage already, then you can check out my All About Sistas playlist right here, and if you're looking for something new to watch, I got 2 amazing suggestions for you right here. Get into it, and I'll see you in my next one.